In the fight against corona, unfortunately, India's taken a hit. Well, the count has been mounting and it has now crossed over 220, which is 6 times greater than it was on Monday, the beginning of the week itself. And at a time when more fresh cases have been reported, the VVIPs in the country are busy partying. Bollywood singer Kanika Kapoor has tested positive, and for the last 4 days, Kanika has risked the health of several people, and this includes top politicians, MPs who were hobnobbing together, defying social distancing called by the Prime Minister. Well, Times Now spoke to the Bollywood singer. This is what she had to say.
Ma'am, there's some, news doing the rounds that you tried to, dodge the airport officials. Would you want to clarify on that?
It's all. That is the only reason I'm happy to talk, because that's all rubbish.
Right. And so can you tell us exactly what happened? How did you sort of...
I was in London for almost 2 weeks. I go to London because I live between London and Lucknow. That I came back to Bombay on the 9th of March.
Right.
When there were not such big announcements made at that time.
Right.
At Bombay airport, when I landed, we were all screened properly. The medical people there spoke to us. They screened us. We filled in the form. They questioned us, and they let us go home. And they did not say to us that we need to be in quarantine or we need to do anything.
Well, even though there are those who are calling Kanika Kapoor a super spreader, it's important for us to understand and use this as an example to understand how quickly this virus can spread from one to the other. Let's get you a quick roundup of some of the updates coming in the Kanika Corona scare. Well, an FIR for negligence as well as disobedience of government orders has been filed against Kanika. In fact, BJP MP DUSHYANT Singh as well as his mother, former Chief Minister RAJE, have also gone into self-quarantine. Both of them had attended Kanika Kapoor's party, along with her in Lucknow. Meanwhile, TMC MP Derek O'Brien has also gone into self-isolation. He was sitting next to DUSHYANT Singh during a standing committee meeting in the parliament. Meanwhile, BJP MP VARUN, he's also quarantined himself as he too was sitting next to DUSHYANT Singh in the Lok Sabha. Meanwhile, the Taj Hotel in Lucknow, where Kanika Kapoor had attended a high-profile party, has now been temporarily shut down for sanitization. Also, a residential tower in Kanpur, where Kanika Kapoor was staying from her return, has been sanitized by the health department. So let me go across to Mohit, who's joining us with all the details on this. Well, Mohit, if you can give us an idea of the spread and the number of contacts whom Kanika may have met and may have infected.
Well, Meghna, really, that is the real question that is arising at this particular point. Now, Kanika Kapoor apparently went to a lot of parties between her stay, between coming back to Lucknow and during the time when she was actually tested positive. And it is because of that the top politicians of the country also have to now self-quarantine themselves. We already know how DUSHYANT Singh was tested yesterday, and while we are still awaiting his results, he had to self-quarantine. Now other politicians have also self-quarantined themselves. Now the extent is something that the police is still trying to figure out as to how many people did she really meet. All of them have been asked to remain self-quarantined. And it's not just these top politicians, these are regular people as well, the domestic helps, but at the same time, it's the residents of the area as well whom she may have met. All of them have been asked to, at this particular point, maintain and ensure self-quarantine just to ensure that there is some social distancing that happens and this virus further doesn't spread.
It's not just about the first contact, but also the second as well as the third possible contact, which leads to the spread of this virus. Thank you so much.